Hello. Hello, guys. For those of you who are just joining in, hello. For those of you who are watching the playback, check the description because once this live is over, I'm going to update it with something kind of cool. But hi, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes or no. Last time I had a little bit of difficulty with this microphone, so I need the A-OK if you can hear me or not. Hello. Hello, Michael. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Lulu. Hi, guys. I'm guessing this means you can hear me. You can hear me. Great. Hi, Mia. Hi. Hello, guys. Okay, good. You can hear me. I have taken so many notes. I have taken so many notes about what to say today. And how are you guys? Hello. How are you guys doing? I promise I am okay. I promise I'm doing okay. If you came here like, is she dead? Is she doing okay? I'm doing fine. I'm okay. It's been a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie, but nothing is too tough because I have too good of a God and He has sustained me. But I did feel like it's been so long since we have talked, since I've uploaded, that you guys deserved to understand why. Slash, it gives you a bit of intel as to why living in South Korea can be really hard. And I know that a lot of you guys are like, oh my gosh, I wish I was you. I wish I was you. You get to live in Korea, you get to do the work thing. Like, this is your full-time job. And yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me over the months, like, how long do you think you'll stay here? And I think the past 2 months have given me a really, like, harsh reality check as to how difficult it actually is to live here in Korea. So, hello. Oh, you're going to a Korean wedding, Timothy? Oh my gosh, that's exciting. I hope you have fun. Hello from Kentucky. Lulu, you've been watching my channel these days? I'm glad that you found it. I don't know when you found it, but I'm glad you did. Hi from Texas. Hey. My bestie just moved to Texas. Oh, KV Books, hi again. I'm going to be in Korea in December. Exciting. Hi, Sammy. I'm doing. How are you? We'll talk about how I'm just doing. So yeah, let's get right into it. I can kind of get a little distracted with what I'm trying to say that I forget to read the comments. So I do apologize. I will try to go back and forth. Hi, Ty. She said, I'm here for the tea. Okay. So this is what's been going on. I'm looking at my phone because we just discussed, I took a lot of notes because I have so many things to say. Okay. Lord, give me the words. Okay. So it started in November that reality kind of really started to set in for me. I love so much the way that community here in Korea is like nothing else. And I think I should say like nothing else, but expat abroad community is so unique where you build these like really intense relationships with people quite quickly. And the best way I can describe it is because you're in this like pressure cooker situation where everything is not easy. A lot of things are hard. A lot of things that weren't once hard are now hard. Like me trying to go to a cafe. I can't just like, I have to think like, okay, how do I order this? There's always this like rare thing where they could switch up what they usually say on you. And so if you're not familiar with it yet, there's like this, I guess the best word I can put is like you're on. Your brain is on all the time. But because there's cultural differences and there's so many new things to try, there's just all these ways in which relationships form really quickly because you're both being so vulnerable to leave your hometown and move to the other side of the world, right? So, in that way, I have loved community so much. I first came to Korea March of 2021. I used to say last year. Now we say March of 2021. But I officially moved here, like got an apartment, all that jazz in February of last year. So that's 2022, coming up on a year. And yeah, the question would always come up, "How long do you plan to stay here? How long do you think you're gonna live in Korea?" And I always would say, "Well, it depends." Like, come back to me when I've had to say some more goodbyes because I knew that, like, that was gonna be hard. Like, I knew goodbyes are inevitable because it's a transient community where people come and go so much. But I again, I just told people, "Ask me later," when I actually, like, have had time to say goodbye to people. In September, October, I think it was October-ish, my best friend here in Korea, and when I say this girl is, like, she means so much to me, um she started to realize that she might actually have to go home when she had anticipated to sign another teaching year contract, move to Seoul, and she was living in like a city that was farther away. And it was around November that it was really finalized and finalized in me. She's actually leaving when she was supposed to stay for a whole other year. And if you might not know this, I've really, really struggled with community in the past. So I think that's why I fell so in love with Korea was because I have done a lot of my life alone. And I don't mean that I haven't had friends, but I have gone to different regions, countries, states, and I've felt like I have not been met with acceptance, but more of kind of like um there was just a bit of conflict where I didn't really mesh the people I was around. I was, like, doing, like, college ministry, so the college students were like, "Oh, we look up to you because 'cause you're our Bible study leader," but then the people that were at my churches and stuff were like, "Oh, she's always hanging out with the college students, she must be a college student," and I was actually, like, 4 years older than them, so I was always kind of, like, getting pushed back and forth between acceptance of these groups of, like, too young and too old. And so when I came to Korea and I got accepted for who I am, good morning. I got accepted for who I am, by this church here in Korea. It meant the world to me, and I started to, like, really, really, really make good friends, and Mildred was that's my bestie's name. Mildred was the first best friend that I had in not only forever, but she's a Christian like I am, and it has just been, like, the best friendship possible as a result. There's another friend of ours that we had these, like, weekly prayer nights, and the 3 of us got really close. So it's been like the 3 amigos, right? And then all of a sudden, one of the amigos has to leave. It's unexpected, not in God's eyes, but in my eyes. And I really started to face in November, like, wow, my closest friend, the girl I talk to almost every day, isn't gonna be here. And I was like, dang, this is what they talk about community being hard here in Korea because you build these great relationships with people, but they come and go. So this is literally like a small sliver of all of the stuff that has happened, but it's probably one of the most important slivers to say because saying goodbye, she left on New Year's. And so, like, leading up to that, just wanting to have good memories together and having a goodbye party for her, prepping for that with Christmas and the holidays, like, December was just packed with goodbyes and hangouts and lasts. So that was one reason why December was hard. Different note, YouTube. YouTube is such a amazing platform. I freaking love being able to help you guys and, like, answer questions or make these videos that are super informative, and that's my heart. I wanna help you. I feel like that's kind of the calling that I have, to have this YouTube channel to help you guys. So it's been so exciting that it became, like, my job, but it's also hard because you have to make a living now if this is gonna be your job. So, because of my YouTube channel, I started getting some Instagram jobs. And so if you're not following me on Instagram, I've been a little bit more active over there. It's the same name as on here, Megan Osten. So I was posting things over there. So people on Instagram didn't think I died. Y'all kind of thought, is she dead? You know, so because I really haven't been posting on YouTube. I have not. And so part of the reason why I started taking those jobs on Instagram was I was like, this should be easy. Like the requirement seems lesser and it would help me pay my rent. So let me take these Instagram jobs. And then all of a sudden, the Instagram jobs kind of piled up on each other because there would be a company that liked me. So they would refer me to somebody else. And so that was great, but it was distracting me from YouTube. And I think I was kind of sitting in this fear of finance. Like, I always want to be able to provide for myself. So I got to say yes to like all of the jobs that come my way because I'm a freelancer and who knows when the next job's going to come. And as those Instagram jobs were happening, something happened on my YouTube channel that you might like roll your eyes or be like, are you kidding me? Like, is this really why you're upset? But as I said, my heart is to help you guys. It feels like a calling, right? And I posted a vlog. I was right about to hit 10K. I posted a vlog and it went viral, but it went viral in a community that wasn't interested in getting to know about like how to live in Korea, not a community that like needs my help, I guess you could say, but just a community that is watching me to comment like you're so beautiful just to watch me to see my face. Right. That's part of social media. People like that going to show up, Megan. But at the time, I had just that weekend when I posted that vlog, I had a conversation with somebody who does YouTube full time as well. And she was saying how she has a friend that her videos went viral in the wrong community. And it really has ruined YouTube, not ruined, but made it much harder for her to upload because she's always way more paranoid about the comments and she's always like having to get these weird direct messages. And then literally the next day I upload this vlog and the exact same thing happens. I hit 10K, but I hit 11 in like literally a day and I'm getting direct messages of like just let's just say bad things, not kind things. And that's part of the deal when you post on social media. That's going to happen. People going to like you. If you look cute, people going to want to watch you. But it felt kind of like I was losing my channel because I mean, I was getting emails. I was getting spammed by a guy who was trying to set me up with his son. Respect. Okay, thank you. I'm flattered, but like seriously, this is happening right now. And it felt like, my heart and what I felt called to do with this channel. Now my videos are not getting shown to people who are actually interested in like helping, like needing my help. It's just getting my videos are just getting shown to people who are just watching me for whatever I look like. One of my videos spiked in views where there was like a side profile of my body and it was just such a sad reality check of like, this is what it means to put your face on the internet. You don't have control over who watches your videos. And everybody wants to go viral. Everyone wants to, get big or whatever. I changed the title of that video once I realized what was happening so that less people would be finding it. And it's just like, it was hard to know. Yeah, it was just really hard to know that like it felt like something I cared about so much. It felt like it was kind of slipping through my fingers. So I kind of was like, you know what? I'm going to just take a step back from YouTube. Sorry, my necklace is being extra shiny today. Um I was like, I'm getting these Instagram jobs. Let me just go over there and put a little bit more priority on my Instagram right now. I wasn't expecting to take a break from YouTube, but I was like, let me just calm down, right? And then here's another reality check of what it's like to live in Korea. Work here, I should say, because the most common question I get is, how do you work in Korea? I want to work in Korea. I want to live in Korea. What's it like, working in Korea? Actually, I don't really get what's it like working in Korea. They just want to know how to. I think it's important for me to tell you what it is like. So there is something called like the kimchi way. it's just that Korean culture, the work environment here is so intense and the expectations are high, and often, especially as somebody in the entertainment industry these days, especially so, the pay is low for the jobs and what is expected of you. And I have a fuzz that is sitting on my nose. Okay, I hope it's gone. Um, y'all, if you can't tell, I have a little bit of a scatterbrain. So anyways, the Instagram jobs are, like, going well, I'm enjoying who I'm working with, the opportunities I was getting were fun, and then all of a sudden, I have this one job where I made this reel and I our visions just were not the same. I misunderstood. I was kind of given, like, "Okay, you did really well, so here's, like, freedom, basically, for you to do what you would like," but they were just thinking, "Oh, she's gonna make the same video as last time," and in my head, I went, "Oh, we could make this better, and let's do this," and they wanted this, and I did this. But when they told me, like, "Do what you would like," I should have been more asking, I should have asked more questions, basically, and given them more of an like, a warning that I was gonna go in this direction, because maybe it would have saved me some time. But And the pay is low, by the way, just because there are so many foreigners who are coming here to Korea that they're all willing to accept jobs for almost no pay. They don't understand, like, what should be the minimum. They're just like, "Oh, a job? I'll take it." And a lot of foreigners who aren't, yeah, like, educated about the entertainment industry, especially, they accept these jobs for pay that is, like, 10 hours and they get paid 100,000 won, which is less than $100, and then your agency has to take a cut of it. It's just like the pay should not be like that. Slash, a lot of industries are kind of like, uh not everybody, I wanna say. I work for somebody right now that loves and respects me so much. But entertainment jobs are like acting, extras, appearing on someone else's YouTube channel, um, content creation for somebody, like a company hires you and asks you to create something for them. But I've been really blessed that I feel like I've gotten really good opportunities for not even having that big of a channel, if that makes sense. And I guess that I was just taking these jobs because it was like, yeah, another good job. Anyways, I didn't tell them my vision well, so that's partially my bad. They didn't express their vision, to me, that they just wanted me to do the exact same thing. So, also, we made mistakes, we've learned. But I make this whole reel and I take a long time to edit anything. I take a very long time to edit anything. So I edit this whole reel, send it their way. It's Christmas weekend. This is Friday night, I think, or Friday afternoon that I send it. No, 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 Thursday that I send it to them afternoon. They message me Friday morning of Christmas weekend and are like, "Hey, there's this one section that we don't really like. Can you shorten it and then send it back to us?" So that's okay. There's like you're allowed to take revisions. Um, like, there are always revisions that usually come up with reels for a company that's, like, looking for something specific. They want the text to look like this. So that's understandable. I'm like, "Cool, fine." Cut a little short, send it back, and then they tell me that they don't like it at all, and like, everybody's not really liking where it's going, and, they would rather it look like this. Like, they want me to take the whole chunk that they don't like out and, uh basically, or move the chunk to, like, the end. There's just a lot about, like, they just don't like it, and basically they want me to redo it. And it was my fault for not, and if anybody's doing this industry, this is also like a pre-warning to you, like, you should tell them there's a minimum number or a blank number of how many remakes that you can do. But I basically had to spend all of Christmas weekend remaking, a video, and again, there were so many things that could have been better along the way, but as I'm editing this, I had planned a Christmas party for my church, And as I'm editing this over the weekend, I can't even attend the Christmas party because I just didn't have time to finish it and finish the reel. I was able to join them for, like, the dinner portion of the night, but I literally had to, like, pass my plans to my friend, and I was just sitting here going, like, "What are you doing right now?" Like, well, I get why you took this job, Megan. They're fun jobs and stuff like that, but really, what is going on? And I was really, like, upset at myself because I started to realize that I was just saying yes, I'm a freelancer, I'm worried about where my next paycheck's coming from. I was just saying yes, 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 but I was saying yes in this category that doesn't actually, like, motivate me or excite me or feel like my calling, right? I feel called to, like, love and help you guys. And I was making these videos that were still like, I was trying to make them helpful, but as you work with companies, they expect it to be their vision, and so it was kind of turning away from the things that I was hoping to say, and I just really had to stop and say, like, "Dang, Megan, I think you're getting it wrong." Like, it's okay, but yeah, I felt like God was lovingly nudging me and like, "What direction are you going right now?" Because not that he can't do great things in the direction I was going, but I don't think that that is, yeah, what I came to Korea for. So I felt really like, uh I had so many jobs in December with Instagram. I had, like, so many things, right? And it's just the end, it's Christmas. I have this goodbye party for my friend coming up, and I'm just sitting in my room, like, deflated, like, so sad, so disheartened. Because I was like, you've been missing the mark, girl. You had a vision, you had like, a plan, you've been praying, like, "God, you're gonna have to help me get there. If you want me to help these people, you're gonna have to help me," and he did, and I was so grateful, but I just got caught up right in this fear of, like, "How am I gonna afford to live here?" When in all actuality, like, God always provides. He provides for me when he in the past, he has in the future. Oh, hi, Happy Drawings, good to see you again. Yes, I learned a lot from that job, and that company asked me to work with them throughout, the beginning of this next year, and even though I enjoyed it a lot, I just said, "Hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to politely decline, just because I feel like I'm getting distracted," and I felt like the last job that we had worked together, I felt really sad to work over Christmas weekend, and I feel like there was a lot of confusion, but in that confusion, I learned a lot about myself and my heart and why I'm here. So, this is a whole other chunk was Instagram, like, took over my life, but it wasn't maybe necessarily a good takeover. And then the other huge category, I feel like there's just so much, but I am going back to the States, not permanently. Don't worry, I'm going back to the States for a month. I planned this a really long time ago that I would go sometime January, February, because when I went back to the States before, I love you, Alex. Alex is such a good friend of mine, guys. I love his videos as well if you want to follow him. But I realized that like I didn't really get to see my family when I went back to the States last time. I was busy on my computer editing the entire time. I had all these deadlines with these companies, and this was back in September. I didn't really get to, like, enjoy being with my family. I didn't really get to see a lot of friends, and I came back to Korea, like, exhausted when I was supposed to go to the America to, like, rest and just be with family. And so it was like I need to go be with my family for a bit. So a while ago, I had planned sometime January, February. I'm leaving at the end of January. So I have to leave, right? And my contract ends here at my current place. So I don't know if you guys know anything about Korean housing and apartment hunting, but it is stressful as all get out. Oh my gosh. Literally, my friend bless his heart because he saved me He helped me so much. I am so, so, so thankful. He had to make all these phone calls, da, 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 da. If you're wondering how to get an apartment here, there's like apps that are good, apps that are not bad, but at the end of the day, you can make it work without speaking Korean. It's just going to be so hard and you're signing these big documents, right? So you want to make sure that you're working with somebody that speaks English, but it's so bloody complicated, but then you add on top of this, I had some like the only reason I wanted to move, if I did move, was I wanted to be able to have a space where people could come over. I have a very like hospitable heart, and so I felt like God put it on my heart that if I move, the only reason I should move is that it be a place where I could have people to come over, have a movie night, have like a late night talk, with a close friend. And I was like, Lord, if you help me find that, great. If you don't, I'm just going to stay in this lovely box because I love this lovely box. But my landlord of this place, like 2 months in advance, was like, "You gotta tell me if you leaving or if you're staying." And I was like, "I don't know," because I was kind of sitting in like, "If God help me find a place, I'll leave, but if God don't help me find a place, then I'll stay." But she was like, "No, you gotta tell me now." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll leave." And I had no place. I was like, "I guess I'll just tell you I'm leaving." And I really just had to be like, "Lord, if we going somewhere, I mean, we are now going somewhere, so you gotta help me out here. You gotta help me provide you gotta provide something." And there's this huge issue, and let me just, like, star asterisk this. Let me just put a little star for future. That's a plus sign, that's fine. Future me, go back here, leave a little note. If you are a foreigner trying to find an apartment here in Korea, you will run into this issue where apartment taxes are so high that, a lot of people went okay, rewind. Office tells are the most popular thing for single people to live in because it is it's basically an apartment to most of y'all, except apartments are usually like multi-roomed slash super expensive. Like we say in super expensive. So office tells are like monthly rents because there's different types of rents here in Korea. Office tells are the most popular where you put a very large deposit down, but then you'll have like a normal amount of rent and you'll get most of that, if not all of that deposit back, as long as you don't trash the place. So office tells are called office tells, right? What happens is there's a really, really, really expensive tax that is placed on living establishments. So, what businesses will do is they will register it as an office, not an office tell, not an office living place. They'll register it as an office so people can stay in those places who don't plan to register their address as that being their home. And that's like if you think about in the States, I register my address at my parents' house, but I was taking like I was renting out a room in somebody else's house. I don't register my address there. I might deliver my Amazon packages there, but I'm not going to go into the government and say this is where I live. So they're looking for people that fit that category in Korea. They're Korean, but they're just looking to not have to change their address. I, as an American, I'm from many places, by the way, but last seen in Georgia. Um, as an American, as a foreigner, you legally have to register your address within 2 weeks of your actual moving there first day. And if you don't do that, you get fined incredibly large amounts. But just as a whole, you have to register your address, period. So I would go look at these apartments and it's great. I love it in my budget. And then they would be like, "Oh, you need to register your address? Sorry, no." And so I'm sitting there like, "What? But I liked it and it's in my budget and it's in a place that I like and really?" And there's nothing I can do about it. So it started to get to the point where I was struggling to find places that would even allow me to register my address. So I had to then be like, I guess I gotta change my budget because I'm either gonna live in a little tiny box, and the only reason I'm choosing to move was I felt like God put it on my heart that I wanted a place that people could come over so I could be hospitable. So, I have to register my address. I'm not staying in any of this sketchiness because that's technically illegal, right? I'm not looking to partake in illegal things anyway. So, eventually I find a few apartments that are definitely not in the budget that I was hoping to spend, but they're at least allowing me to register my address. So I was like, let's go. Yes, I'm definitely very aware of. Yeah, don't. I will not. Don't anybody, guys. Don't live somewhere where you can't register your address. That's a sketchy situation. So I finally found these apartments that at least could allow me to register my address. I go. They're stunning. They're beautiful. But I'm like, can I afford this? Like, I can, but can I? Mm, and I had to just be like, you know what, God, you're going to have to make it obvious. And one of the biggest issues is my parents. Like, I'm going to see my parents, right? So my ticket, like the timing of my ticket and the timing of my lease ending are kind of awkward. So trying to figure out where to put my stuff, when can I move into this next place? And I find this apartment that it's the cheapest, even though it's expensive, it's the cheapest of all of the ones that I was able to find where I could actually register my address. And they're like, if you the person that's currently living there, it's not a tenant where their, contract ends on this day and you have to be out on this day. It's actually the owner of the building. He's just looking to move out, but he was just living there because he had the room and it's a nice place. But if he found someone to take it, he was going to leave. So he's very flexible with his move out date. So he's like, yeah, whenever you need to come, we can make it work. So like literally the only way that this could possibly work is if I could leave this place and move into that place on a certain day. And the guy's like, sure. I was like, oh, really? So that means I don't have to pay to like put all my stuff in storage. I can just hire movers. They can just, yep, yep. I go from one place to the next. There's still a lot of things that are a little bit like stressful as far as deposits go and all of this stuff, but like it really seemed like this had become like one of my only options slash the way that the guy was so flexible, like I couldn't believe it. So all of a sudden I was like, I think I got an apartment. Guys, I think I got an apartment. And I have an apartment. I signed the contract. But like apartment hunting has been insanely stressful. That's been like these first 2 weeks of January with contracts and trying to figure out, yeah, just to find a place. My friend doing all this like research as well as me. I use this app called Dickbong, and you basically tell them, "Hey, send me a message, call me. I'd like to see this place." They'll call my friend. He had like 8 people talking to him. Half of them the places aren't available anymore. Like it was just it was mayhem. But the place that I ended up in um is not an area that I was, like, actually hoping to live, but I am excited because I think it's gonna push me to learn Korean a little bit more. It's still in Seoul, but it's not in as popular of an area. It's not a foreigner known area. And I'm just excited to live somewhere where I feel like I give you guys more of an authentic view of Korea and opinion of Korea. Whereas I have been currently living in kind of near Hongdae-ish. And I know so many people asked me, I will give you the full apartment tour. I'll even show you walking into the building and out the window because I won't be living here anymore by the time the video goes up. And this apartment has been amazing. This is my baby. I love this place. I love the location. Oh my gosh, the location of this place is amazing, and I will dearly miss it, but I am just really excited to be moving. I'm moving south of the river. I currently live north of the river, so I'm excited to get more of a view of, like, Gangnam and, just, like, you guys probably don't just line 2, around line 2. Um, but I am getting a couch. I'm gonna have a second bed so that if anybody wants to come to Korea, you gotta be my friend, though. I'm not gonna let a stranger in my house. But I do have this opportunity to be able to house people, and I'm so excited about that. Let me quickly look at my notes because I've talked a lot, but there were things that I wanted to make sure that I Said yes. I think yes. Okay. So community, having a YouTube channel is hard. This apartment situation has been hard. I'm going back to the States, so I have to pack. There has been so much Instagram mess. But when I'm excited, I wanna be your friend too, let's be friends. I am excited for change. I am excited that I feel way more motivated because I feel like I have had a refining of, like, why did I do this in the first place? God opened all these doors to allow me to be able to have this as my job, and he just needed to have me kinda, like, fizzle out there for a second to be like, "And we're back, here's where we are. This is why I brought you here." With that being said, once this live is over, um, sometime today, I will add into this description and I will put over on my coffee page. I finally finished the train guide I made. I'm making my most popular videos that are helpful for you guys. I know I talk fast. I know I give you a lot of information. So I'm creating printable guides, um, or downloadable guides. The printable option would be something you have to message me if you would like to print it out. That's just for like safety reasons and stuff. But uh, I'm making, yeah, these downloadable guides with even more detail than the videos themselves that I will keep updated, just like my airport guide. Nothing has changed really with the airport guide, so that's why I haven't changed it. But when I come back from America in February, I will make sure that it's the most updated. Yeah, like, I will make sure it's the most updated because 'cause I'll be coming back myself. If you are coming to Korea, make sure you download the QR code. Just type in QR code Korea, fill out your information, and you'll be able to skip the really long line or the long queue. That's the only little thing that I wanna make sure is I say it's optional. It is optional, but it does help you skip a really long line. But besides the point, I am really excited to be able to continue to help you guys. And that is now my focus. I will still upload on Instagram. I plan to make shorter versions of my YouTube channel, like videos, to help bring more traffic to my YouTube channel because I think YouTube videos I'm able to be more helpful with a longer form video than like just a short form. But yes, I'm gonna make my like where to live in Korea. I've created a document of that, but I'm just adding a few more updated like fine print details. All modes of transportation will be a booklet at some point, but for now, I just finished the train section. It is 18 pages long, so that's part of the reason why I've been postponing the train one is because it's so complicated, but I found a way that all foreigners can get discounts on tickets. So that was really super exciting to find and add and show you how to get those tickets and like how to reserve your seat and stuff because that's hard. Um, but I'm excited because I know that I'm back more so on track. However, continue to just give me grace because I do wanna enjoy my time with my family when I go back. I will be doing a little bit of, like, a tour. I'm going back to my hometown, and, like, we drive in north, we drive in far south, and I do wanna be able to really focus and spend time with them. However, I don't leave for another 11 days. I still have to pack my current house, but other than that, the, train guide will go up today. A video about the train, it's nowhere near as detailed as, like, the actual guide itself, will go up sometime next week, and I have a few, like, YouTube videos that won't be quite as hard, they'll maybe be a little bit shorter, but something I've also learned in this new year is that I need to edit less. You guys watch videos that I edit less just as much as the ones that I edit more. So I need to look myself in a mirror. I need to look myself in this mirror and say, "You don't have to edit so much. You don't have to take that long. You should just get the video up. The people want the video. They don't care. They don't even notice the things that you do." Yeah. So I really spend so much time editing like little tiny things that I know you guys don't notice. I swear I'm not crazy. I mean, I am weird. I'm not actually, like, crazy, though. That's why I'm talking to myself. But I'm glad I'm seeing that you guys think the resources are helpful. I am really, really, really glad that you guys, say that. It means a lot to me to know that you do enjoy the content, that it has been helpful for you. Like, that really does mean so, 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 so much to me. Um, Edit less, girl. You're a perfectionist. Give yourself some grace. Girl, I know I'm a perfectionist. I know. I know. I know. But I really am excited to come back. The apartment, because it is a little bit out of my budget, but your girl was at this point like, we don't have any other option. Not out of my budget, just higher than what I was hoping to have to pay each month. But the place is beautiful, so, like, I am so, so, so excited, but I need to work my butt off, if I wanna live there. Like, I have to upload videos. I need to make the shmoney, to live here and be able to continue to help you guys. And I know the Lord provides in such beautiful ways. Um, if you guys haven't seen my stories or my videos in the past where, uh I didn't have enough money to buy my ticket to come back here, and a subscriber literally bought it for me. Like, what? Crazy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should watch my Korea story 3-part series. Um, you guys are so I don't think I can ever explain to you how much your videos are helping me plan my dream trip. I'm so glad, Mia. Seriously, I'm so glad. I'm so excited for what's to come as well. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Nisi. Honestly, editing takes a lot of time. Yes. Do you have a channel as well? I Editing is hard, but I know that I make it harder on myself because I am decent enough at editing that I could edit a video and it not be super fancy, but I could edit a video and get it up way quicker. But what do I do? What do I do? I take so much time. Oh my gosh, I take so much time to do things that nobody even notices. And I learned recently, so I use Final Cut Pro to edit. I learned recently that in Premiere Pro, there are automatic buttons that you can click, whereas on Final Cut Pro, I have to, like, hand move things. Like, I do something called, a J cut, where the audio will maybe start as the first part of the video is still going. The audio from the next clip comes underneath a little bit so that there's more of a flow in the audio and it keeps the pace, like, quick. As you guys know, I have very quick pacing in my videos. Um, but I have to, like, manually cut and then pull to make the J cut occur. And if in Premiere Pro, supposedly there's a button that immediately does the J cut for you. And I was like, "Are you what? It does it for you?" You know? So that was like, you're telling me I'm wasting all more time? So, yes, I need to learn how to just get the video up rather than getting the video perfect, because ultimately I really, really do want to be helpful for you guys. I want, um, to take yeah, to take the time to help you, not take the time to be perfect. I can't even be perfect, you know? I need a sip of water. Hang on. Mm, it is complicated. Thank you guys for the encouragement. You get me. But yeah, I think that recording while you're here is it's such a fun place. There's so much to record. You might as well. If anything, recording means it's a diary for yourself. If nobody even watches it, it's so cool to look back on. What's crazy is that you guys watch and you enjoy, and now I get to make it a job. And so I just want to be able to love you well, actually be able to help you. But thank you just for being patient with me. Some of you reached out to me and said, "Hey, I saw that you haven't uploaded in a while. Are you okay?" And I didn't even respond to all of it because I didn't know what to say. I knew there was too much to say. And I didn't want to lie and be like, "I'm fine." Because there was a lot. And I'm still going through a lot. This grieving of my friend. She didn't die. She's alive. Praise the Lord. But like it's hard to say goodbye and our timetables, don't overlap really well now. So it's not as easy to talk to her and we used to talk all the time. And then there was another friend of mine who kind of just like ghosted and I took that really hard. And then uh because I told you before it's the three amigos, right? The three amigos became two amigos, but that dynamic has shifted. And so it's just like I lost a lot of friends at once, and it's in a community where you already don't have a ton of friends when you're in Korea. So, lots of stuff that I'm still processing, still going through. Hugs and comfort from Wisconsin. Thank you so much, Vicky. Seriously, thank you guys. Thank you for your love. It really does mean a lot. Is it hard making Korean friends? Yes. Oh my gosh. That's one of the things that stinks about living in Korea is the in America, you could talk to anybody and it's not uncomfortable. Like they maybe not, they don't enjoy talking to a stranger. Some people go into public and they're like, oh my gosh, I live in America. So, like, introverts, especially, are like, I have to be prepared because anybody could talk to me at any point and if I go into the store, especially if you live in the South. So I love that small talk. I'm one of the people that love it. I could be your bestie in the line. So I miss that, like, it's totally normal and natural to go to a restaurant, have a server, you really like it, you click, you exchange Instagram, and you make a friend. Here, the reason why there's something called sogatin is when two people don't know each other, but other people in their life maybe know both of them and they introduce them and it's a form of dating. But that's like a really popular way to meet people is getting introduced, by somebody who knows both of you mutually. But it's like super intense in my opinion because you have to get like the lowdown of that person. You then meet in person, you go on like 3 dates, and on date 3, you're like, you want a date? Yes or no? And it's just like, I'm not looking to do that. Like, I'm not looking to be forced into a relation. It's not forced. I'm just not looking to take that step. I'm just looking to meet people and make friends. And the only ways that you can really do that often are situations like language exchanges. And I would go to those if more people spoke like actually Korean to me, but my Korean is not that good. So they end up speaking English to me. And often I have felt like, again, people just want to date. So it's just hard to find Korean friends, especially when my Korean could use some work. But that's why I'm moving to the area that I'm moving is because I have to learn Korean more so if I'm living in this area, whereas I'm getting away with English. No, I don't speak English when I go out in public to like coffee shops or stores, but English is on all the signs. So automatically my eyes are going to look at the English. Whereas where I'm moving, I went to a coffee shop near that place. There was no English in sight. And sometimes when you're in, like, the Hongdae area, they just look at you and they just speak English automatically, and then I just go like this, and then I speak Korean, and then they speak Korean, and I usually know what they're saying, but not always, but this is just, like, awkward. Where I'm moving to, they speak Korean, period. They do not speak English. So, I am excited to kind of be forced, it sounds bad, but be pushed a little bit more outside of my comfort zone, um, for good reason. Like, I think I will never be able to be fluent in Korean. I'm not good at languages, but I want to be able to have better conversations with people. So let me look at some of these comments. I'm your imaginary friend or real friend, Maleficent. I guess Maleficent. I'm thinking automatically of the Disney character, so that's my imaginary friend. But um, you did not, Landry. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you're coming here in 2 days? Thank you so much. Seriously, that means, like, the world to me. I seriously pray She's going for a trip in 2 days. Guide and keep her all the way. Bring her safely home again. Thank you for your care. Amen. I'm so excited for you. I hope my videos have been somewhat helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. But thank you so much for that support. You did not have to do that at all. Thank you so much. Um, I hope I can continue to remain helpful for you on this trip as well. Let me look back at these comments. I got distracted. You'll get a hold of it like you always do. Phrases come and go, and they make you more prepared. It's going to be okay. For sure. For sure. It makes me nervous thinking about going in Korea because I feel like I'm going to be judged for how tall I am. I am not tall. I am 171 centimeters, 5'7" ish. And I'm not tall, but I am a little taller. And then I wear boots usually that have a bit of like to them. So I become taller. I have friends that are like even taller than me. Just strut your stuff, just own it, live it. I will say Koreans are much taller. They are the tallest of all the Asian. Like, Koreans are the tallest out of, like, Chinese, Japanese, they're the tallest, and there are a lot of people who I'm like yesterday, I was walking home, this couple was like both of them. I'm like, "Y'all gotta be models. Look at them. How's the weather up there?" It was they were so tall, equally, both tall, but it was perfect because he was, like, 1 inch taller than her. I'm like, "Y'all wow." So, people here are often taller than I think, but it will be really fun when you're standing next to, the elderly people because I feel like they're extra short. So, don't feel uncomfortable, you won't be judged. People will just be like, "Wow," like, "Wow." I don't miss the awkward elevator subway rides in Korea. I am thankful that I have always lived and will continue to live more near a bus stop, a popular bus stop, than a popular subway or near the subway, which I know people think I'm crazy. They're like scared of the bus. I used to be scared of the bus. I think the bus is so much better. You almost always can get a seat if you don't live in the heart of Seoul. If you live outside of the heart of Seoul, there's usually a seat available for you. And uh it's just nice to be above ground and not feel like you're squeezed like a sardine. But if you have to stand on the bus, that's, like, pretty horrible, whereas the subway's at least a little bit smoother. But it gets so crowded in that subway, and then I'm in a brick tunnel. So if this thing were to break down, my claustrophobia, not today. If I talk to foreigners, I don't know, will they like it? So if you're in a foreigner heavy area, I think that they won't be against it. But what sucks is that I know like what the culture is here, right? I know that you're not supposed to go up and talk to strangers or people don't do that culturally. So the only time people have come up to me, if it's not a setting that would be like understandable, like a language exchange or I guess like a bar or something, people will come up to me on the street. Hi, I saw you. You're so beautiful. Can we talk? And it's just like they don't talk like that. But it's just like I can think of like 10 other ways that this could have gone that doesn't make me feel as uncomfortable as I feel in this moment. Um like I would rather you give me a note or something than do that. Like give me your cacao and say, "Hey, I saw you." I just rather it not be about my looks, but like I guess that's kind of why you would go up to a stranger, but I don't know. I saw you and I wanna practice my English. I'll be like, "Mhm." But I would rather you give me a note than me have to be like you a lot of people will say, can I have your information?" And I'm like, "Hello, stranger. Danger. No?" So I think that that would be better if you were trying to meet somebody. But yeah, in a place where I know culturally people aren't supposed to go up to you like that, it's hard because the only people that would accept that are probably not very familiar with Korea or familiar with their social rules and stuff. So I don't recommend it, but I guess the note passing would be an option. When I board the elevator, I hope I'm alone. Amen. Um, I'll be there in May. Will you have a meetup? Yes. So a lot of people have asked me about the meetups. So I've done the online meetups. I feel really bad because just because of how busy I was, I haven't been able to host the online meetup as much, but I do have still meetups. But a lot of people at this time of year either aren't coming to Korea or they are teachers and they've gone home or they're just now coming back and like I'm saying December, they're just now coming back and it's a whole fresh new school year. So there's just been a lot of reasons why people haven't been quite as available these days to actually hang out. But I do love so much, and I mean it so much. I love those meetups. We created a Discord, so now we're having like online hangouts sometimes. We're gonna have one of those this month. That was so much fun. We played like Jackbox games and stuff. So if you are looking to meet friends, make friends from around the world, it is a really fun way. You can check out my website, meganosten.com/speedfriending, or just go to meganosten.com. But I think that during the spring, summer months, there are more people that are looking to come to Korea. So for sure, there will be meetups. I just feel bad for people who come in like the winter months because there just aren't as many people who are coming, so there's less people that you're meeting, but the answer is yes, I will still do the meetups. I think they're so much fun. Um, but for safety reasons, I've just made it that you have to come to the online one, and then you get added to the group where we do the meetups in person and stuff like that. So it's just a safety thing. I don't really feel comfortable posting my location. Like, when I go to cafes and stuff, I'm usually about to leave if I post, like, a video of that place, um, or it's somewhere not really near my house. So, yeah, so that's just a safety thing, but the answer is yes. I will have meetups. Just not sure what they'll look like. Maybe I'll do, like, one in person. You have to register. Free thing, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm 5'8" as a guy, and I feel like I am shorter than a lot of people. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what I expected. I think I just expected that everyone would be, like, super short, but they're not. You're 6 foot. Get it, girl! But still, I'm sure that it will be okay. Don't worry about it too much. You're beautiful. Um, I would rather you give me a note. I am dying laughing. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Will you be? Thank you. You guys, like, I'm so shocked. You guys are so kind to do this. It means so much. Thank you. I do know that that moves your question to priority, but like, I'm fine with that. But thank you. I just want to say truly, genuinely, thank you guys for your love and support. Do you have any long term goals or are you just taking it day by day? Such a good question. I think for a long time, my goal was to just make YouTube my job, and now it is. Check. Uh, that is just because God is so good and He provided all these ways for me to be able to do that. Um, I'm trying to like really think about this because a lot of people say, "How long do you think you're going to stay in Korea?" It would seriously depend on, I think, my relationship status. I know that sounds probably bad, but like, I don't think I could continue to deal with the transiency of this community of living abroad. I don't think that I could do that for too long by myself completely, but I do think that if I found a significant other that was okay to do this thing called we're open for whatever God has for us, but right now I feel called to be in South Korea. Um, if there was somebody that was on the race for the Lord, the best analogy that I've ever heard is you run the race of life and look to your left and right, and people who are running in that same direction as you, those are the people that you should date and marry. Don't try to look back and be like, "Hey, buddy, come up here." If anything, they should be running like as a woman. I would hope that the guy is running in front of me in some way because I would hope that they could lead me well. That's like a very biblical concept. So if I was able to have a relationship so that it didn't always feel like I was relationally so alone. Not that I don't love having God as my like bestie and stuff, but you just get relationally tired when there's nobody that stays. And I think that that's been a hard reality check these days is like my closest friends right now are not staying here in Korea or a guy and eventually those dynamics change and you can't remain friends because it gets complicated. So I can't tell you for sure what my long-term goals are. All I know is that for this next year, I just signed a contract, so I'll be living in an apartment from February to February of 2024. What a number. We just got to 2023. It's still weird to say that one, but I'll be here until 2024 February for sure. And I think around December I'll be able to better tell you like if I'll stay here for another year or what. But the next year is just I really want to focus on YouTube, helping you guys as much as I can. Like YouTube is my priority. I'm hoping I can make short form of my long videos and continue to put them on Instagram slash I love a good like a little aesthetic moment over on Instagram. We got a nice little sunset. We put it to some cute music. So I'm hoping that I can yeah, just continue to help you guys. Like that is my goal right now. Make YouTube my priority, get the bills paid somehow. Help me. You're gonna have to help me. Help my Jesus. He's gonna have to help me. But my goals help you guys, pay the bills, and remain keep my place, my living establishment as a place that is hospitable and yeah, to my friends and my church community, be a place that we can enjoy hanging out and stuff like that. Okay. Um, Billy Angel, Starfield in early January. I thought you saw him. Is that a show? I want to go see shows, but I don't think it was me. There are many people who think that they saw me, and I think I have doppelgangers running around here because it was not me. Miane. But if you do see me, I am usually somewhere in the Hongdae area, or I'm near like Yonsan-yok, Yongsan-yok, Shin-Yonsang-yok. That's what it's called. I was like, um, I have to take 3 flights just to get to Korea. Oh, third time visiting, but I'm always very nervous before my flights. If I had to take 3 flights too, holy 3 flights. How long does it take you in total? I'm going to see Avatar today. 오늘은 Avatar 볼 거예요. I'm excited, but I'm not watching it in 3D because I don't like 3D. Hurts my head. I sadly do have to get going soon, though, guys. I have to meet a friend here soon, and it's a 40-minute drive to get there. So bus ride. I don't drive. Oh, you like the video of going to the temple over on Instagram? Oh, I should definitely wear the hanbok. Oh my gosh, my stomach just started like I need to eat. I need to eat something before I go. My daughter and I are visiting for the first time mid-April for 2 weeks. Exciting. What is the one thing that is a must when coming to Seoul? Oh my gosh, the food. The food. It's so good. I am also in the works. That's why you should really follow me over on that coffee page. Because I'll probably post something about it on there. But there is an app that I found that allows you to create like map recommendations. Like it takes the map of where you are and you can pin and add reviews as to why people should go there. And it's like it would kind of be like a subscription based, but if I got like 50 places in there, like my favorite restaurants and stuff, I think that would be such a cool thing. So, yes. But the food is so good. You have to get Korean barbecue, authentic Korean barbecue. Um, During the like spring, summer, I think going to the Han River. Specifically, I think let me just show you on the map because this is easier. There is this if you zoom in on the map, there's this portion that looks like this. You can look for that station. What's that called? Yoinan Naruyok. Anyways, this area right near this subway station right here, there are some outdoor convenience stores that are like on a boat. And you can kind of just like sit along that area and eat your ramen. And it's just peak aesthetics, peak summer vibe. Bring a little picnic blanket, have yourself a little picnic. I think that's like one of my favorite things. Any churches you attend in Korea. If anybody is truly interested in attending a international church, please message me on Instagram. I just don't want to post where I attend church publicly for safety reasons. Your first solo trip in June. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. I think solo trips are so amazing, so growing just for yourself to look back on that and be like, I did that, you know? It's so cool. Koreans like soup dishes, so do I. Kimchi jjigae, yukgaejang is probably my favorite. So many good soups. Good to see your beautiful smile again. I don't know if that one was too beautiful, but I'm happy to be here with you guys. Truly, I love going live. I love hanging out with you guys, but I'm just excited to be back and actually making videos and stuff. It might not be like a full swing back until February, but try my best. Look out for that train guide and train video. Why did I just do that? Oh gosh. You have to get going, but I'll keep you in my prayers. Thank you so much, Vicky. Definitely could use the prayers always. And if you guys ever have prayer requests, I love praying for you as well. So let me know on Instagram, comments, all of that stuff. Biked 10 miles along the river in the fall, and that is amazing. I don't think I could bike 10 miles, but the river, just walking along the river, you know? Gotta go, Saranghae. I love you, Alex. I'm leaving here too, so you're totally fine. I want to see Megan on a hike. I love hiking. If you guys are interested in a little hike video, we can do that too. But I do have to go. It's just been so good to be on here. Say hi. Later today, I will post the link down here for the train guide video, and it's over on my Ko-fi, Kopi. I don't know what it's called. Can I share my page so that you guys aren't like, what are you talking about? I can share. Copy. So yes, if you are coming to Korea, I really recommend checking out the my Ko-fi page. I think that's where all my useful information will be. But anyways, much love. Sorry, I'm crazy. Ta-da! What do they do? I don't really know K-poppy things, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, rest, sleep well. 잘 자요 if you're going to bed. Good morning. How you doing? Have a great afternoon. Sorry, it's afternoon. And I will see you guys later. Much love. Bye.